And away we go. Everybody, anybody, somebody, I'm sure still probably nobody. The Cutie coming with you with another Out of the Theater reaction. You see, we are in the theater room talking about The Invite, the new one from Olivia Wilde, The Invite. All right, let's do it really quick. 3 out of 5. It is positive. You can stream. Booyah. Under 30 seconds. There you go, if that's all you need. Now, if you would like a little bit more about it, keep going. Don't have to scroll or to the next one. And here we go. Now let's talk about it for just a little for a minute. But there you go. I'm gonna get 45 seconds. Again, 3 out of 5. You can stream. Do not have to see it in the theater. Boom. Okay. Now let's talk about a little bit. Actually, first I did want to give one more shout to the Haunted Heist and a couple others. And again, just to kind of let you guys know what I'm into and what I'm looking for. I like movies, especially horror movies, where it's kind of set more in a realistic setting where people have seen movies. So when they make reference to like, hey, this is where like the bad guy comes out, or we should not split up and things like that, to where like people have seen movies. If we're doing something like before they were done, like show that people have seen movies. Like I'm sorry, here, let's make it easier. Unless your setting is a setting where people have not seen movies or films or horror movies, then okay, I totally get that. But if we're in just everyday real life, people have seen movies. Movies are out there. So like, I don't know, just all the standard tropes that kind of gets a little bit on me. And so you'll see when I'm just giving this reference, so as we get further down the road and more reviews and things like that, you'll kind of see what I'm looking for. And that is why the first Scream hit me so well. One, I was prime time ready for it, and I did feel that the slashers were kind of fading. And so when that one came out, it was just boom. And I mean, they were talking about movies, and even though they stuck to the tropes, there was a reason for it. And they called them out while, okay, yeah, like, I mean, Sydney's thing. Oh, some big bested girl who's always running upstairs when she should run out the door. And then so what did they do? She tries to go out the door, but it's locked, so she's got to run up the stairs. See, that I'm okay with that, because you stuck to the trope of why are you running upstairs instead of getting out of the house. But because they set it up, I was okay with that. Now, a lot of times, what a lot of people are doing now is they'll say the trope and then they'll do it, but like in a not very cool or like sly kind of way. And it's like, well, okay, you don't get any points just for pointing it out. Like, if you're going to do it, then do it like a little switch or something like that. Like if you've got to have them split up, don't just do the standard split up. Anyways, I'm rambling, and we need to talk about The Invite. But there was a couple things I just wanted to make note of, because I remember those, but I didn't put them in when I talked about the Haunted Heist, where there was one specific where I was like, really? We're doing this? You guys have made reference like you've seen movies before, and then it swerved it. So I was very cool. I was cool with that, because they went right into it, and then they swerved it back pretty quick. So, Real Harry, I see you, man. I see you. Nice job on that one. But again, I can't fully give you up the more points because what still did. But 2.7 out of 5 for that one. And I did tell you guys you could stream that one. We already did this one. 3 out of 5. You can stream that. But let's get into a little more in depth. I'm sorry, we're already over almost 4 minutes. I haven't even barely talked about the movie. Again, I'm not wearing the shirt, but you know it. I said I was going to do it every single time. Obsession, people. It's still out in the theaters. Go check that out in the theaters. Obsession. See it in the theaters. Don't do it on Amazon. Don't do it on Peacock. Go see that thing in the theaters, man. It'll rock your world. Okay, Invite. Olivia Wilde directs. Seth Rogen, Edward Norton, Penelope Cruz. I got to give a big shout out to William McCormick and Rashida Jones. And I think, is William McCormick, is he the guy from Will and Grace? Did he play Will and Grace? I didn't know they had that, but phenomenal screenplay. When the beginning reminds me of the first episode of The Bear, if anybody has seen that show, where it's not as much all around chaos, but just the verbal at the beginning is it's an extreme, like where there's just a lot of dialogue. It seems like multiple pages of dialogue these two are going through, and it is going pretty quick. And it's one of those where they're talking over each other. There's times where it's like they're talking about one thing and then the other person talks about another thing, but then they bring it back. And they do end up, because you're like, wait a second, he asked you about this and now you're talking about that. But then it comes back and then they answer it. So that was cool. And it really got me hooked, especially for that first half. That's what I'm saying. It did dip down a little bit. It was really messing with that 2.75 for me. But I enjoyed the ending. Like I said in the beginning, I think it's going to be a mixed reaction on the ending. But I personally enjoyed it. There were just sometimes it was like this is what they were going for, and I wasn't really a fan of that. But again, the dialogue just kept coming, and it kept me engaged. And like I said, the ending I was cool with. Hopefully that's not a spoiler, but I was cool with it, and I do think it will be mixed. I do think the ending will be mixed. So shout out Rashida Jones and William McCormick. Great screenplay. This was based on, or I guess is like just an updated or English remake of a Spanish film, The People Upstairs, that was done in 2020. The Spanish film, The People Upstairs. So I guess this is just an English version of that, or American version of that. And Olivia Wilde, the girl has got skill, man. The girl has got skill. She can direct a film. I believe she did that. She also directed Don't Worry, Darling, which with I think it's Florence Pugh and the singer from One Direction. I forget what his name is. And it had a few others. That was pretty decent. It was like a more like almost like a more modern take on the Stepford Wives, or like a little bit almost like a futuristic kind of take on the Stepford Wives kind of thing. But again, I've seen. I don't know if I would have given that one the highest rating either, but she can make a film. She can make a film and she can direct. She obviously can act. We know she's great to look at. She's beautiful, but she has got skill as a director, and it makes me very encouraged. I don't know if she's got how much behind the scenes, but the new one where she's like the boss and is like crazy sexual and is like going to take sexual advantage of one of her employees. I mean, obviously, yeah, we'll check that out, because it sounds like it's going to be more on like the thriller side. It looked like there might be some police stuff involved. Anyways, I know I'm talking about everything else but the invite, but we got that one. We talked about that. So anyways, yeah, check that out. And you can stream this one. We gave our shout outs. Good stuff overall, you guys. There was just a couple little things. Second half dipped a little bit. I didn't like kind of just some of the parts of it, but the ending kind of made up, so that's why it gets the 3 out of 5. She can direct. We got great screenplay. There you go, you guys. We'll keep coming at you. We'll get a few more going. I know I talked about Bad Counselors on one a while ago. That last time when I went, it was not playing, but at the theater that I went to. But we'll see if there's some others at another place that I can check that one out. And Motor City, the one with Alan Richman, I'm gonna try and check that out one. Give you guys a review on the big action one that's out right now, and we'll keep coming. More reviews for you guys ready to come. See Obsession in theaters. Make it number 1, and stay scary, guys.